Hi everyone, I am so happy to be back with you all. I haven't filmed for the past 2 months. For 1 month I was working in Switzerland and just swamped with work. And the month after that, a good portion of it I was on holiday and then working on my thesis. Actually, I have big news. Next week I will actually, assuming my thesis and everything goes according to plan, be graduating from the Givaudan Perfumery School and beginning my transition to perfumer, where I will be a working perfumer creating fragrances, and I am so excited about that. Other big news, I actually got engaged, and I have to say I am just so happy and so in love, and it's just been a really beautiful time for me. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me on this journey throughout YouTube, and your support throughout my journey to becoming a perfumer. I know so many of you said you can't wait until I release a fragrance and you can't wait to smell it, and that day becomes closer and closer as I'm actually going to start working on projects for Givaudan, and I really can't wait, and I just appreciate you guys so much. And actually I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be able to meet some of you as I will be co-hosting Scent Explore. So for those of you who don't know what Scent Explore is, it's a fragrance exhibition, a fragrance consortium put on by Max 40, who has his own fragrance channel. He asked me to co-host it and I excitedly said yes. I am so happy about this. There's going to be Q&As and panels, so many different brands to smell, and so if you are in the New York area during that time, it is an absolute cannot miss. Just a great time again to smell, to learn, and yeah, we're just gonna have so many different things for you guys. You can buy tickets at the link in my bio below, and I really hope I get to see a lot of you guys there and meet you in person. I have a really special video for you guys today, and it's how to seduce with scent. And you know, if seduction isn't really your thing, it's essentially a video on how to be, you know, seen in the most favorable light with your fragrance. And this is actually something that's very tricky because it's so much more than just choosing the right scent. There are so many videos out there to help you choose the right scent, but if you're not wearing the right scent at the right time, you're not maximizing your scent profile and your scent personality. And super important, and you are going to see the change in the amount of compliments you get if you enact these very simple rules. And this applies to everyone. This video is for men, for women. Knowing how to maximize your scent and how to smell good, which again is more than just picking the right fragrance, is kind of life-changing, because I know I get so much confidence from when I smell good. And I feel like, you know, throughout my years working in the industry, I've kind of learned how to smell good for all different occasions and to really stand out from someone else that just has a nice perfume. And I'm gonna show you how. So first, seasonality. It's July, you're in the office and you're just smelling fresh. You're smelling clean. You're already setting yourself apart, you know, from the guy in the office that, you know, maybe didn't put on enough deodorant today, because you are kind of like just the right contrast to the negative moments of summer, which are the stickiness, the sweatiness. You feel tired. If you're wearing an invigorating, fresh fragrance, you are such a positive in that moment compared to wearing an equally good, you know, sweet fragrance or heavy, woody fragrance. You're adding something, a benefit to that moment. Same in winter. If you're wearing that same fresh citrusy cologne, you know, you just have the one fragrance that you love, when you could be wearing something warm, something comforting, that kind of contrasts with going outside, this harsh coldness, you're going to get so many more compliments. And I mean, I think we all love getting complimented on our fragrances. So this is just a reason why seasonality is so important. It's not just to, you know, be on trend or whatever. It really makes your fragrance that much more likable. Now let's talk about performance. If you follow me, you know I love a good beast mode fragrance. But there is a time and a place, but there's actually more times and places than you realize. If it is something casual, let's say a date or hanging out with friends, do beast mode. And you know, these people kind of already like you or are interested in you, and just smelling good, smelling loud, let's say, is confident. It's confident, and again, you're already with people that probably perceive you at least somewhat positively. They're either your friends, they agreed to a date, whatever. Wear a big fragrance, regardless of the season. I think that's totally fine, again, as long as it's right for the season. If you're in the office, of course, however, let's say 1 to 3 feet of aura, depending, like, you know, if it's open space, if you have your own office, you know, is best, just because it seems a bit more professional. If you're in an office, you're like, no, I sit right next to someone, they get migraines from headaches, and I want to be considerate of that person, consider a very performing softener. Now, what's different between softener to laundry detergent is the rinse cycles. So laundry detergent is really rinsed out of the fabric, where softener actually really clings and stays on. And that way, you know, if you have a coworker that maybe doesn't have any health issues with fragrance, they just kind of like to complain a little bit about fragrance, I think if you're just like, it's my softener, it kind of helps them already, just knowing that it's not the big scary perfume that they're afraid of. And you can still smell so fresh, so clean, so professional with your fabric softener. Okay, so talking about softener and things like this, it's really important that before you put on fragrance, you smell clean. And I mean pretty clean, almost fresh out the shower clean. Now, that's not always possible. I completely understand, you know, maybe you're going to meet friends after work and you don't have time to shower. What fragrances do you choose in these situations so that you continue seducing with scent? Not a designer fragrance. Designer fragrances are generally designed to smell very fresh, which is amazing. You know, most of the time we actually do want to smell very fresh. What happens though is when you yourself are not smelling very fresh and you put on a fresh fragrance, that contrast is immediately more noticeable. Our nose can just kind of tell what's you and what's the perfume. So even if you're like, you know, not smelling that dirty, let's say, it's going to make it more apparent as opposed to just covering it. These are the moments to choose more animalic fragrances. There are designer animalic fragrances, they just tend to be a bit more few and far between, let's say. So this is the time to bust out the Serge Lutens, Musk Kubla Khan, just because they're going to better cover, you know, any kind of off smells. And it actually works with these fragrances because they already have these cumin notes and things like that. Again, this isn't all the time. You know, I'm sure most people practice basic hygiene. It's just everyone is in a pinch every now and then, and this is what you do in those situations. And lastly, I just want to give you guys a little primer again on where to apply fragrance. Really, it's the chest and the stomach for, and again, arms for just maximum performance, and also your clothes, because that will just keep it going. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your tips are for seducing with scent, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye everyone.